Thank you so much for joining me this morning today, actually, to talk about what I wanted to talk about to you today. So, Quebec's College of Physicians president and yourself have written a letter in which the college acknowledges the presence of systemic racism in the healthcare system. Now, I want to know, what does it mean for the CMQ to recognize this?
I think what does it mean? I cannot answer for them, but for us, it's very I think it's joyful for First Nations, joyful for us, and also for the family. I think it's CMQ. It's a big organization, and it's a big part too of the health system. And if they recognize this systemic racism in the system, I guess it really happens. So it's really happening, and they see it every day. So I think it's for us, it's another example that caregivers, they want things to change, but we got to give them the opportunity and the belief to change too as well.
And we've seen it in the past years. We have a difficulty putting words on what is being done. So what does it mean, actually? How will it help for systemic racism to be named in the healthcare system?
Well, I think if we want to take care of one problem, we gotta know how it's called, and from there we can start and working on that problem and finding solution based on what it is in reality. So I think it's basic in every subject, every matter in life. We have to call things by their real name, and from that we work on doing things better.
And what kind of solutions do you hope are brought after this letter was published?
Of course, we don't expect the government to change its position, but what we how I see it, it's one step ahead, and we're gonna keep on pushing for justice for the family, Joyce Echaquan's family, justice for Joyce Echaquan herself, and I think for all First Nations. So we're gonna keep on working on that. I think caregivers are ready, and from what I hear from everywhere, from all the support that we're getting, it's people are ready. They know that First Nation what they've been through, and they know it's kind of difficult. They know that people carrying stereotype and bad thinking about First Nation doesn't mean that they all do it in like they really mean it, but. I think it's people are ready to change, but we got to give them the teaching, the knowledge. We got to give them awareness about why the First Nation are like that today, why they are in this situation, and why collectively why we think like that about them. But for that, we need to call it the real name. So we got to call the problem by his name. And I think Quebecers in general, that's my hope, and that's what I see. That Quebecers they know what it is, and going to keep on working step by step. And I think that's one big step, having the CMQ behind us, and we're going to doing our job, keep on doing our job.
And earlier you mentioned that you don't think the government is going to change their position. Here we are talking about the Quebec government. Why is it that you think that they wouldn't name systemic racism as something being present in our province?
I guess from what I heard, what I've seen, and they took that position a while ago, way before they were in power, and it's going to be difficult for them to change their position unless we give them good reason, and the population in general give them the good reason to change their position. But for us, what we see from all the support that we get and all the different civil society that reaching back to us, I think it's people are ready. The general population are ready. They want change. They want to do things better. They want to see better things for First Nation, and I think we're going in that direction now. The government, one day or another, is gonna have to call the problem by its real name. That's how I see it.
And in the letter, you also asked that Joyce's principles be applied. Why do you think it's so important to recognize this?
I think everything in there is highlight how it should be based on. That's the basic of justice that we're looking for. And we talk about education, we talk about awareness, we talk about like making sure when government are making rules, laws, they think about those principles in their mind. So I think it's important. It doesn't matter if it's federal, Quebec government, general population, university faculties, professional order. I think we all have a role to play in the change. And the principle of Joyce, that's what it is. It's just highlighting who can do the change and how we can do the change.
And May 10th, there is going to be an inquest into Joyce Echaquan's death. What do you hope comes out of this when it happens May 10th?
Well, I hope it's what's going to come out. All the recommendations going to go in the same direction as we're saying since the beginning, since a long time. We see all those different commissions that was put in place, and they all speak the same languages. And we hope that this inquiry will be giving the same wording, and also it's going to hopefully that it's going to reach and we're going to have same language, if I can say like that, with the principle of choice. So, but yeah, like it's we're impatient to know what the coroner is going to have to say, and we're just being impatient with the result.
Thank you so much for answering my questions. I think that's all the questions I had for you, but is there anything else that you'd like to add that I haven't mentioned?
I think I said pretty much everything, and it was a pleasure to collaborate with you.